Hey, Shalom. It's your brother Yonathan. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to say Shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. Shalom. So at work today, a guy was asking a question to all the men at work. And it even goes to show you, what mind state the people are in. It's common knowledge where this place is headed. But the question was, in a shit hits the fan situation, what 3 items would you bring? And you had men, saying, oh, I take rope. I take a solar powered generator. I take an axe. I take a lighter, a water filter. These answers, that had a little bit of foresight. For me, for us, it's a silly question. Because at the end of the day, we know that none of that stuff is gonna, deliver or save you. Now, are you wicked if you have some of those things? No. But at the end of the day, how we're gonna be delivered, we're not going to be putting our trust in tools. When Elijah was on the run and he had him run into the woman with her child and they thought they were going to pass, and Lord multiplied that meal for them. He had the ravens bring Elijah meat. If we're out here and, in the elements, the Lord is going to have the animals be in league with us, the stones be in league with our deliverance is not going to be something people could come up with, with it in their imaginations, because they don't have any spiritual sight. But for us it's a silly question. But all the men were giving reasonable answers, I say. But he asked the manager. Now our manager is a woman. I'm assuming she's a Judite woman. That's how she looks on the outside, but you never know. He asked her, and this what threw me for a loop. And this is why I named the lesson, She Knows the Feels and Not the Reals. Okay? Because when he asked my manager that question, she appears to be a nigga woman, right? The first thing she said was, well, I got to bring my rose. And if you brothers don't know what a rose is, it's a masturbation tool for women. And that cracked everybody up. But she was dead ass. She was joking, but she was serious. Because after that, she was like, I don't know. She was like, I guess when I'm meeting people out there, I'll just get the things I need. And what she basically was saying is, she would, use her womanhood to try to get the things that she needs. But when shit's hitting the fan, men aren't gonna value women. It's not gonna be that sense of respect. The love of many is gonna wax cold. So if a man during that time, it's the scriptures say it, a man during that time, there's gonna be guys out here, bro. They're not gonna be asking or hoping that you will, they're just gonna take it. And if you have a woman's power comes from her in this society. A woman's power comes from her ability to leverage sex. That's where her power stems from. In social standing, that power is going to be diminished. They're not going to have the power to manipulate, because dudes are going to just straight up take it, man. And you're not going to be able to call 911. People are going to be out for themselves. But it goes to show you how the woman is the weaker vessel, and why a man is going to be made as fine as gold during that time. And this woman, she's not a young. She's upwards. She's late 50s. Late 50s. This is an elder woman, man. A woman that's supposed to be full of wisdom. And her answer is, I'm going to bring my rose. Yo, come on, man. Come on. But this goes to show the mentality of women and mentality of most of the people, man. she leaned towards something that was the gratification of her flesh. Most of the guys at my job, they're late 40s, you know, early 50s, 40-year-old, late 30s. They're in that range, 35 to 55. Most of the guys I work with. So, you know, they gave, you know, decent answers. But a lot of younger men, they would have, you know, they would have gave carnal. I'm pretty sure you would have had a lot more carnal answers. You know what I mean? Because this generation of men coming up, they were raised by the women, the same women that, you know, their first priority is the gratification of their flesh, how they feel, what's gonna make them feel good, not what they need, not the structure that'll bring forth life, not the structure that'll benefit them in the long term. Everything's quick. Everything. What gives me instant gratification? What makes me feel good now? You see? And that mentality is those people are gonna be the first people to go. If you've seen the series Squid Game, you know, the people in that first game, the red light, green light, the people that panicked, they died first. And somebody that leans on the gratification of their flesh, they're not able to think clearly, to sit back and just and at least think. And most people can't just, they can't think. They can't think past, you know, a year or so. They can't stick with something for long term. They're not built for it because of this society that they've grown up in. It's taught them not to be. So, yeah, man. Oh, that was a horrible answer. But I knew she was serious, man. And then after she tried to keep answering it, she really couldn't. She was like, I guess a lighter. Like, she was really stuck. She couldn't think of what would I, and she just went to the actual answer that, you know, most women, the realistic answer to them is they're gonna go try to find a man as a safe haven. And the men that are actually gonna truly be a safe haven are the men of the Lord. The scriptures say the man should be a hiding place from the wind, you know? So we start to talk about the mindset or the qualities that people possess in this time, man. We know that, even more so, we know that we're in the last days. All the pieces are aligned, man. It's 2 Timothy 3:1. It says, this know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. So we know that's coming. That shit hits the fan situation. All right, verse 2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures, and this is the point I want to hear in verse 4, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. One thing I might add was nobody's answer had a spiritual component to it. Nobody was like, hey man, I'm gonna have to just depend on the Lord. Lord gonna take care of me. Everybody look for their salvation in a carnal way when they answer the guy's question. Yeah, man. So instant gratification is something that's embedded in these people, and it's gonna be a great downfall. It's gonna be a big contribution to their downfall, right? So, you know, if you if you have any of that, that's one of your habits, or, you know, it's a small habit of yours. You know, we all like to, you know, have little small pleasures here and there, but you know, try to abstain from instant gratification. Be able to, you know, practice, put yourself in situations from day to day where you can practice restraint and some self-control, man, because, you know, it can end up being something that contributes to you making a wrong decision, you know, something that contributes to you having a weak moment. But we want to have complete control over these damn chains of darkness, man, in the days to come, and always judge and see spiritually. All right, so just a quick lesson, man. Just a little testimony from what the conversation at work today. Camp tonight, Lord willing, make it there safe, and the Lord allows me to be a vessel of edification and help to the brothers tonight. So yeah, we'll be live here in Dallas at 7 o'clock or around that time. So with that being said, I'm going to give all praises once more to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to say shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth and sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. Shalom.